Full afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chicago Bears. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This is caught by Antonio Brown. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run with Harris. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Come on. Check 26, check 26.
Off the bootleg. Bradshaw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I'm going to hit you all day.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Go now.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on third.
Could play an exotic coverage.
From the gun, Bradshaw. It fights him off. And the pressure gets to him again.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
The Steelers send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Bears take over. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. He'll drop to throw. And able to to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
91.
Back to throw. Bradshaw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. Now, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And his kick here is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw here. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Now, remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. They're going to try and throw. Incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People wonder what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up. From the gun on 3rd down, Bradshaw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this one is right through. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth-quarter do-or-die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears.
60 outlaw. I'm here all day.
A run. This is Sayers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Go! 50, plant.
Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Again, they'll run with Sayers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Lock it, lock it. Watch safety creeping. Now. Shoot.
Now Sayers. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, Peyton. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Hey, Delta, 30 base. Strip that ball.
They run with Sayers. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Peyton. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a give right side. Peyton. And on this one he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A run at Sayers' right side. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Anything to make of this, or just a bad stretch? Because he had the 2 fumbles he lost last week, and now a third.
It's a bad stretch, but it's one that he has to make sure he overcomes. This isn't on anyone else but him. Taking care of the ball, tucking it away, keeping it high and tight, all the while doing that and not slowing down his running and his ability to move the ball forward.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
This interception. Will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Watch the whip. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Peyton. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They'll run on first down. Peyton. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, Peyton. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll try and pound it in with Sayers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This one taken from the 7th. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bradshaw. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. The completion good for 3 and it's 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Bradshaw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Bradshaw. Got him in. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Man open left side is Brown. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Go now, 18 Gator.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Bradshaw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 2nd and 2. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Bradshaw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. Offensively, pretty good execution. Long drive, chews up the remainder of the first half clock, and they finish it off with 3 points.
And what's the best byproduct of the whole thing besides the fact that they got points on the board? They didn't leave the other team any time to mount a drive themselves.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. Last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Tight go. Go. Hey, echo.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now back to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball, a little dangerous, could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. He sets to fire deep. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 1. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
So make him 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. They'll set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Read it well, and it's picked.
Interception all day, baby. Let's get this.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage. Sets
him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. He's got the first down here inside the 30, and he gets this one down to the 24. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back to throw. Bradshaw. His pass caught at the 4. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. It's the fullback. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Well, it was 2nd and goal. You're in there close. That's the fullback's comfort zone.
Not only is it his comfort zone, it's an expectation. That's what he's supposed to do. Turn and hand it to him. Big guys fire out. Find your way into the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line. Hey, Haywood.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it looks like Steeler football. It is. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a